Chris Lopresti. CeeLo. Chris Lopresti joins the show for a game we love to play, Fact or Fiction, Knicks-themed questions. So, CeeLo, I got to ask you this. Some might say he's playing guys too many minutes, and that has led to this rash of injuries. But we just heard from Christian Winfield, and he says Tom Thibodeau should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year. So, Fact or Fiction, CeeLo? Thibs is an NBA Coach of the Year.
I think fact that he should be in the conversation with the way the Knicks have played up until this point, whether it be Jalen Brunson's continued emergence as a star in this city, Julius Randle playing excellent basketball before he went down with the injury. Knicks overcame the Mitchell Robinson injury for a while. I think the way that they really kind of never broke stride once OG Anunoby came aboard. There was really no adjustment period there. They hit the ground running with him coming aboard, coming in, learning a new system, and kind of adjusting to his new surroundings. Now, look, the rest of the way, if they don't get guys healthy and they continue to lose basketball games the way that they were, at the rate that they were leading into the All-Star break, obviously that puts a little bit of a different feel on things. You want to see them be able to overcome some of these injuries. Yes, they've been very banged up, but I think body of work, what we've seen so far this year, I could see why he's at least in the conversation.
You've hit the nail on the head, though, with the injuries for this team. They have been decimated by it. But we saw how good they were right after that trade when they brought OG Anunoby into the mix. So, fact or fiction, Anunoby's return is more important than the return of All-Star Julius Randle.
Very tricky. I'm gonna say fiction. And Anunoby, the jolt that he gave the Knicks when he came aboard, we were looking for them to add that next body, sort of that missing piece, and it seemed like a really good fit. And obviously he's an important factor as you look ahead to the playoffs. And I've not been a Julius Randle guy as far as the long-term and winning a championship, but I can't ignore the numbers and the fact that he and Jalen Brunson as a scoring duo, one of the top scoring duos in the league. So yes, Dante DiVincenzo has stepped up in Randle's absence, not the same position, but as far as the production and scoring the basketball goes. But looking ahead down the road into the playoffs, if the Knicks are looking to make a run and go deep, I don't see how they do it without Randle now that we're past the trade deadline and there was no other big-time addition that they made. So I'll stick with Randle there.
Yeah, especially with the bigs that they have in the East. So let's just assume everyone comes back healthy. This roster is full strength in the middle of April when they are ready to start the playoffs. Fact or fiction, if this team does not make it to a conference finals appearance, this season would be a disappointment.
I think it's a fact. I mean, we got to look at where they were a year ago, and yes, maybe we felt they arrived a little early and kind of exceeded expectations last year, but when you look at the way they played so far this season, when they've had the full complement of players, like we said, assuming health for everyone here, Anunoby coming back, Brunson being good, Randle, Robinson right on down the line, I mean, they weren't that far away from reaching that next tier last year, so I think that's what we're looking for this season, especially when you look at the Sixers right now with Joel Embiid down. The Bucks are going through some of their struggles since Doc Rivers has come aboard as the head coach, so it seems like a good season for the Knicks to maybe take that next step if they can indeed get all those guys healthy. So I would say fact, I want to see them in that conference final round.